Hi, what's up? I'm Wayne. I play guitar in Man Overboard, and today we're going to talk about some of the gear that I use. Yeah, this is a micro flanger, and you know the best part about MXR pedals is that they're really simple to use. In the middle of a song, you can like quick change a knob, and you know it's going to happen, opposed maybe to a flanger that has like 4 or 5 knobs. We need to be able to kind of change it quick. So this pedal's perfect for that. It kind of makes your guitar sound like it's taking off. Almost, it sounds like a jet, It's like that Van Halen, Queen used it a lot. Just kind of pop it on. If you're doing like a little lead, it just adds like a chorusy effect to it. It kind of swells in and out. We don't really record with it too much, but live it just kind of works, if you want to just pop it on if you're feeling saucy. Similar to the MXR, it's a super easy pedal to dial in. You can tap the tempo in, which is really convenient, and Boss just makes solid pedals. This pedal's gonna be around long after I'm gone. We use like Ibanez analog ones to record with and things like that, but live, it's just consistent, it works, it's gonna work. Boss also has great tech support, so like usually if something's wrong with it, they're usually pretty cool about switching stuff out, which when you're touring, that's what becomes the most important thing, I feel. Companies that are really, product friendly. With a Marshall head, I feel like an Ibanez tube screamer just works. And I think it was just passed down by like a lot of old heads from the 80s, because an old head from the 80s, told me to get one. A lot of distortion pedals, because it's what they're supposed to do, is change the tone. A tube screamer does not change the tone of a Marshall. It just gritties it up just a little bit. It's just a solid pedal. That's why everyone uses it. It just works. It's just great. You can like blindly move the knobs and turn it on and start playing, and it's just gonna sound cool. It's just a great pedal. I know there's a bunch of other tuners. There's another one that a lot of people like to use that have the strobe on it. We play half step down. I know you can set the tuner to that, but I just keep it on chromatic. And also too, it's got the out, which is nice. I mean, I use the fuel tank now, which is great to power all the pedals, but I used to daisy all the pedals, so it's nice that the Boss has the out. Honestly, when I started listening to AFI, that's when I decided I wanted a Les Paul, because there was just something different, and something about it. And I got a Les Paul Studio, which I still play today. It's been on every Man Overboard record. That guitar's been all over the world, and it's the best. Yeah, this is a 1978 Gibson Les Paul Custom. It was built in Kalamazoo, Michigan, because that's where the custom shop plant was, so they built all the lefty guitars up there. They're just solid guitars. They were built on the Mississippi River in the purest time of rock and roll, perfected by the greatest players who ever played rock and roll. I just don't think there's any comparison. I think there's other companies out there that obviously make great guitars, but at the end of the day, when someone strikes a chord on a Les Paul, there's no mistake about it. Like, you know what it is. It's unbelievable, something else, that's for sure. You can tell how passionate I am about it. It's just a great guitar all around, it's just great. Everyone told me, play right-handed, it'll be much easier for you. And it just was like so ridiculous, and it was so frustrating to try and play right-handed. So like, I just started flipping it over and started learning how to play, and finally got into it. But the hardest part was finding a left-handed guitar. When I see a left-handed Les Paul, it's like I have to have it. I've never played a Rickenbacker, I've never played a Guild, I've never played a Martin acoustic, I've never played a 12-string, I've never gotten to play any of that. Anybody who can walk into any place and pick up a guitar and just play it has no idea how good they have it. It gets frustrating. It was frustrating growing up when you like only had one guitar and you were playing like a show, and you break a string and nobody around you has a guitar, or everyone comes up and tries to give you the guitar, and then you're that guy who's left-handed. I used to hate it, but now I kind of love it. I like it more and more, because some of the greatest guitar players of all time, played left-handed, so it's a unique thing. Do your research online. You could go on YouTube and type in any of these pedals, any of these guitars, and watch a million different reviews on how they work, on different amps, different guitars, different styles. Do your research. Figure out what it is you want. It's always going to be changing. You're never ever going to be satisfied. You're going to think that you struck gold and you love the way that your amp sounds, and in 6 months you're going to have all new pedals, strings, and you're going to be, it's constantly going to change. Read what the guitar players are using, go check them out live, catch them outside, ask them. That's what I did growing up. I was that kid who was constantly asking what everyone was using. I wanted to know, and I still want to know. So just keep asking questions. Don't be afraid to ask. If you think you're being nerdy, you're not being nerdy. Trust me, every guitar player thinks about this stuff all day long. So, Sophie.
Everyone thinks of that.
I'm just listening to you, man.
Talking about it, man.
Good,
I'm fucking right, I do.
Hell yeah, man.
This ain't fucking amateur hour, bro.
What's up, man? I'm Wayne.
That's Wayne.
I'm Wayne, and
That's Wayne.
you need a tube screamer, man.
You need a tube screamer if you like indie bands.
You like, yo, do you even know what Ibanez is, bro?